One thing is clear, the Ron Paul revolution is alive and well in America. Congressman Paul won the CPAC straw poll by a landslide last week, taking 33% of the vote, with Governor Mitt Romney trailing at 22% of the vote. Governor Romney basically chose CPAC to launch his presidential bid, but it was Congressman Paul who won the hearts and the votes of those in attendance. It's the ideals and beliefs espoused by the congressman that make him as popular as he is: limited government, free market principles, and a devotion to the Constitution. These libertarian views are increasingly becoming more mainstream today. While the neoconservatives dominated the GOP for the better part of the last decade, the party is beginning to be more aligned with its core principles, which are reflected by lawmakers such as Congressman Paul and President Reagan and Senator Barry Goldwater. That wing of the Republican Party is resurgent. Joining me now is one of America's great defenders of freedom and liberty in the Congress today, Congressman Ron Paul, author of the bestseller, all your books are bestsellers, and The Fed. Congressman, welcome back to Freedom Watch.
Thank you, Judge. Good to be with you.
Thank you. When last we were together, it was at CPAC, and of course it was before we knew what that vote would be. My hat is off to you. My congratulations go to you. What do you think? Did you expect that fully 1/3 of everybody at that conference, which is the conservative leadership and rank and file from throughout the country, would say yes to the personality and to the views of Ron Paul?
No, I was a little bit surprised. I mean, I knew there were a lot of supporters there, but you brought them all there. You were speaking, and that's why they came. So that was encouraging. Now, I'm encouraged, and I think it is basically the views that are catching on, and there are so many people around the country now that have been working on this for a long time. These views don't shift overnight. Well, it takes decades, literally, to plant the seeds, and I think some of those seeds are just coming alive now and coming to fruition.
Well,
so I think this is very good.
I think you're right, and I don't know if it's because we have the Democrats running the Congress as well as the White House. I don't know if it's because the proposals that the Democrats are pushing through Congress are so big government, even more big government than what we saw when the Republicans ran the government. But your views, which have not changed, your fidelity to the Constitution and indispensability of the free market, your views that we should only fight wars of necessity and wars of defense, suddenly are more popular. And you and I talked about this many times, among so many young people.
Yeah, and I think the added factor now is the recognition that government is failing, and it's failing because they're broke, and they're not quite willing to admit this. But that's what I think the young people are realizing. If they look at it from sort of the outside, they're just moving into becoming, part of the establishment, and they're looking at this and, hey, this isn't viable. $2 trillion a year deficit and this kind of thing. So all that adds up to some demands by the next generations, and hopefully we can guide them in a direction that means more liberty, not less, and that we've had a good start. We've had a good hint of what a country can be like if we protect individual liberty and try to follow the rule of law. And many are recognizing now that that's slipping away from us, and that we must do something to restore those liberties.
Congressman Paul, it's always a pleasure. Again, congratulations on that vote last week. We'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us on Freedom Watch.
Thank you very much.